So explain to me, it's been about a year that this has been going on?
I got you. My home life was really tough. And halfway through, I don't know the exact time, but I just stopped getting paid as much as I did, and then...
Welcome to Fraud Criminals, where we expose the dark arts of financial fraud. Today, we reveal how a Florida employee orchestrated a calculated scheme to defraud Winn-Dixie out of thousands of dollars. Stay until the end for the sentencing details, and don't forget to like if you crave these real-life fraud exposés.
Hey there. How you doing? Good, how are you? We're good. Jesse, perspective. Hey, Sean. Well, I thought that 2 beats was fast. That's my last one. We're way faster than them. I know. I like that.
How's it going, man?
Good, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. So we have an associate, my co-worker, she's actually collecting his receipt now.
Okay.
So we've got on video over $760 in like voids, refunds, canceled transactions. So the customer will buy these items and he'll cancel the transaction and steal the money out the register. Admitted over $1,500 in product theft over the past year, $30 a week. So for our investigation, we focused in on the cash money and everything. So total with everything is going to be around $2,500 is what he's admitting to.
Okay, so he's admitted to y'all and everything?
Yeah. So right now, he's literally writing the statement.
Okay, well I'm going to leave him in there and let him do that thing real quick.
Okay. I'll text you when he's done. That way, would that work?
Yeah, that's fine. So exactly how did y'all figure this out?
Yeah, so we have a computer program called Apris, so we can do like different searches, voids, refunds, no sales.
Okay.
So just running like different searches or algorithms, we notice these different outliers and just really deep dive into that to see, voids, refunds. And then,
so it's whenever customers would come to return things?
Yeah, that, or he would like bring customers up, and then like they would leave with the product, so he would void out the whole transaction as if it never happened, and then take them off.
Okay.
That way.
While on the register?
Yeah.
Silly question, I'm sure I have the answer to this, but y'all wanted to press charges?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So we'll have everything, we'll have a USB for all the video, all the paperwork, everything is, literally it's, here you go.
Alright.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should be. I apologize. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, this is Steven. Okay, here's your ID back. Alright, Steven. I'm Deputy Rainsford. This is Deputy Chester.
Alright.
I'm going to grab some information from you.
Okay.
How do you spell your first name?
Steven. With a V.
So I do have to read Miranda to you.
Okay.
Okay. So you have the you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have them with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Okay. With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me about the incident?
I've never been in a situation like this. I
Okay.
don't know what to do.
It's totally up to you. So if you want to talk to me about it, you can. If you don't, you can also
I'm just unsure
waive.
what's going to happen, that's all.
So ultimately, so what we're doing is, this is your Miranda rights that we're reading to you,
Okay.
and they're your rights to help to prevent yourself from being asked self-incriminating questions without having your Miranda read to you. Okay, so reason why we read Miranda is because we may want to ask you questions that may be self-incriminating. And so you have the right, this is explained to you, that you have the right to stop answering. These are your rights to this process. So if you would like to talk to us and allow us to ask you possible self-incriminating questions, then you say yes. If you don't want to talk to us and you just want to have whatever you choose, whether you just don't want to talk to us or you want to talk to a lawyer, you have that right as well. And that's what Miranda right means. So
Yeah.
I
No,
can't
I
ask you.
understand that.
That's why we read you Miranda. Just because in order to ask you possible or certain questions, we have to read this because that's your right. So that's what this is wanting to know.
Okay.
Whether or not you want to talk to us at all, or do you just want us to just talk with them and get what evidence from them and just go based off of whatever we get from them?
Okay.
That's kind of essentially what we're at with it.
I'm just confused about what's happening. That's all.
Well, that's what we want to talk to you about, and that's why we may want to ask you possible questions.
So you're okay. I'm sorry. I'm just
I got you.
That's okay. Yeah, so I mean, we only have limited information when we get here. All I know is that it was about $2,500 in cash and merchandise. Okay. Okay. So, so do you want to kind of explain to me what's been going on over the
Yeah.
last?
Do you want to talk to us?
I fucked up.
Do you want to talk to us?
So
In reference to your Miranda rights.
yeah, and you said that I can stop at any point.
At any point. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I do want to talk to you because
Okay.
I don't want to hide anything.
Okay. All right.
I just want to be straightforward. And
Okay.
I just want to make.
That's fair.
I just want to correct my mistake.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
all I want to do.
Okay. So explain to me. It's been about a year that this has been going on.
I got you. My home life was really tough, and halfway through, I don't know the exact time, but I stopped getting paid as much as I did, and then
Things are really tough right now for a lot of people. So
I know.
I get it, but you know.
I didn't think that it added up that much, and I
Okay.
just wanted to help.
So was it cash? Was it merchandise? What?
It was food.
Okay. Okay. And was it every week, every day?
It was
whenever
once
you
a
came into
week.
work, once a week?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of food was it?
It was like potatoes and
Okay.
raisins and stuff like that,
Okay.
and like kombucha and
Okay.
onions, stuff like that. Just
Okay.
like whatever I would like normally eat.
Okay. So just food to kind of take home and.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And when did you start doing this?
That was sometime last year.
Last year.
Sometime 2023. But I stopped doing that at a certain point this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so you guys found out about it when?
We saw the cash shortages,
Okay.
where the cash was being taken, which started in January.
Okay. So how much cash did you steal?
Not they. I didn't know, but it was like 700 more. No. Fuck, I don't remember the exact amount that you said. I'm sorry.
How much do you think it was?
It's had to be at least $800, $900, what they said. So.
How were you taking it? Like just a couple bills here and there? Were you taking like hundreds? Were you
It
taking
was like I
pennies? Were you-
voided the transactions on the thing, whatever cash the person had, I took that.
Okay.
And yeah. And refunds too. Yeah. I just want to give it back.
Okay.
Is that even possible to just give it back?
So.
That's not up to us. Like
I know, I'm
get
just
that.
asking. I just want to give it all back.
All right. Yeah.
I just want to make amends really badly. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Are you guys wanting to press charges?
Yeah, we're sort of,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And you guys have an itemized receipt of everything? Okay.
Is there any way I can do anything to
Totals
fix
by
this?
day and by transaction.
No.
And then the actual transactions
Okay.
for each one. And then I made notes on certain ones.
See, I wouldn't have told them
money
anything.
went
I just
on,
incriminated
it's-
myself.
It's a company
Okay.
policy.
But that was just
you know,
for
we have
the
to-
refunds
Why would I
and price
tell them this
overrides,
now?
and then he
Like,
admitted
that's-
to the product and stuff.
Well,
on
it's,
his
it's
own.
going to be brought.
Ultimately, the reason why we talk to you is because when we conduct an investigation, and I'll just be real with you, we ask everybody this. Anytime I talk to anybody, anytime I conduct an investigation, we have three sides to every story, right? We have the complainant side, the victim side, we have evidence, and then we have the other person's side, right?
Yeah.
And so if all I get is just the victim or complainant side and the evidence, then when I formulate the case and do essentially
No,
like putting
I
a puzzle
understand,
together,
I understand.
if that's all I get of one side, then that's the only way we have to present it. And so we always ask a possible suspect or a suspect of anything to get their side because, number one, it tells me or a couple different things. Was this maliciousness? was this what was going on. It kind of gives you a chance to tell me what's going on to kind of better understand and to present that to the situation in the case. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not like we're sitting here trying to just pry anything out of you. Again, we get their statements, we get the evidence. The evidence speaks volumes. So if we get one side of it, right, and all we get is just the evidence and what they say, and it looks malicious, that may not be what it is, which is why we talk to you. Because if you tell me that all you're doing is getting, if you're having a problem, we take your side and document it. Now again, they have their policies they have to follow. We have our policies we have to follow. It's not that they're trying to do anything personal for you. It's just that's what they have to do, just like we do. I don't think that you're a bad person. I think you made a mistake. Unfortunately, we have to follow the rules just like they have to follow the rules, and so we're not out here trying to just peg you and paint this up. I would much rather get your side of the story so that when we write this up, we say this is what he told us. It may be that way. If not, we have to just assume based on the evidence and based on these things. You know what I mean?
Or anything like that, or do I know?
What's that?
Can I know what they're like the charges and stuff like that? Or
So it's going to be grand theft because it's over $750. So, yeah.
is there? What do I do? Like, how do I like make that better though?
So we can talk to you about that here in just a little bit about it. But
Okay, because I definitely want to make it better. I don't
Right.
want to I want to fix it.
And I'm sure the store appreciates that, and we can appreciate that too. But again, we have to do what our policy and stuff
Can you tell
says.
me what that means? Because
So-
I don't know the law.
So ultimately, what will happen today is if they want to pursue charges, we'll have to review all the evidence and everything. And if there's enough sufficient evidence to prove it, then you will wind up being arrested today for grand theft. That's not the end of the world. Okay, it's just a property crime. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's not like you beat somebody up. It's not like you murdered somebody. More than likely, what'll happen is you'll go see a judge. Okay, and they'll issue a bond, and then you can make the bond and then be released, and then you'll go to court and they'll resolve all of this stuff from that point. It's not the end of the world. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's not like you murdered somebody. You're not going to be going to prison for 20, 30 years, 40 years, or life. It's not the worst crime. Yes, it is a crime, and it's considered grand theft because of the amount. It's not the end of the world for you. Okay, you're not. Don't sit here and like freak out on me. It's not the end of the world. I'm just saying.
I understand.
You're wanting to know what's going on, and I'll be honest with you. Like I said, you're going to have to go. You're going to have to take a ride with us today. Okay, and you're going to have to go talk to a judge.
Okay.
And then he will talk to you and he'll take all the stuff that we have. He'll talk to get your side of it, and then you'll more than likely get a bond and be released at that point once you make bond. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I said it's not the end of the world. Like I said, we're not out here. We're not trying to treat you like you're some hardened criminal. I think you made a mistake. I think you know you made a mistake. You're admitting that you made a mistake. It's not the end of the world. Okay. I mean, I deal with these all the time. At least you're being awesome and respectful to everybody involved. You're catching what's going on. Most of the time, I get people and they want to spit in their face and do all that stuff. So you're being respectful with it. We're going to treat you the same respect with it. But
thank you.
That's why we want to ask you and just find out what's going on. Because again, I don't want to have to just make assumptions with it. I don't want to just read the evidence, and I don't want to just take their sides on. I want to get your side, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
Yeah.
And
I'm so sorry. Thank you. I get told about police all the time. It's not true.
Yeah, no. We're normal people just like you. Listen, we make mistakes. We're humans just like you are. It's not the end of the world. All right. I promise you, I've dealt with a lot worse than what you got here. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Do y'all have video or anything like that too? Perfect, even better.
I mean, if I
Basically,
Sure.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
No, if I just am honest, I feel like that's better.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's not for us. That's not for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest because I've done this for a long time. I do this a whole bunch. This is for you. You're not going to get past it until you're honest with yourself.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. It's not for them, not for me. You need to fill this part out here.
And you
fill
already
that
said
little
as
part
much
right there.
in our conversation. You said you felt a lot better after you started talking about it.
Yeah.
You're going to. I got a feeling you've been looking over your shoulder this entire time the past year.
Dude,
I'm sure, and I'm sure when the video's watched, we can see that you're. And like I said, 98% of the people I deal with are good people, and they just make a mistake. All right. The next 1% is just they're, to put all my listen to just be blatant with it, I guess they're just jackasses and doing stuff because they don't know any better and they just whatever. And then that last 1% are just evil people and they just want to screw the world over and burn it down and all that stuff. I don't believe you're that way. I do believe you're 98%. I deal with that. It happens. The economy's tough. Your heart, all that stuff. You just made a mistake. Hopefully, you learn from the mistake. You'll make them again. You'll roll on. This will roll through. You'll be all right. Okay.
When you said I'm looking over my shoulder, God, it's the most
Well,
stressful.
again, I'm assuming I can tell you're nervous right now with it.
Yeah.
You're, but it's not the end of the world. All right. It's not.
Sarge's number.
Huh? I think that's there. Or what's it say?
Yes, Sarge's number.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I don't know. I don't know how much you guys know, but I'm just gonna ask because do I have to ask somebody else in my life or something? Like, do I have to call someone?
So
I don't know.
what'll happen is, so ultimately, there's a number right there.
Because I don't
Ultimately,
know how
what-
to like pay.
I got you.
Yeah.
So ultimately, what'll happen is once you go today. Now again, I don't know. You may have a preset bond. I don't believe so. I think since it's a felony, you're going to have to go to first appearance in the morning. Okay.
Okay.
Which means that you'll go tonight. You'll go in. They'll book you. They'll allow you to get numbers off of your phone if you have a phone on you or whatever.
Okay.
They'll allow you to get all that off. You can make phone call. You can call. I don't know how many they'll let you call, but they may let you make 1 or 2, 3 phone calls. I don't know.
Okay.
Let them know what's going on. If you have to go to first appearance, they'll issue a bond in the morning, and then at that point, if you have the money on you, you can bond out there. If you
Okay.
need to call a bondsman, you can call a bondsman. If you need to call family, you can
Okay.
call family. They'll arrange all that with you. Now,
Okay.
that's all I know on that because I don't deal on the jail side, but
Right.
just from my experience with
Okay.
it, that's the
That-
processes
that's
that you
just-
have.
yeah.
If you have a preset bond, then you can bond out.
What's the preset?
Meaning, like for certain crimes, they have a preset already amount for
Oh,
the
preset.
crime.
Got it.
They have a preset. If that's the case, you can issue the bond today and you can get out.
Okay. So, just another question. You're going to take me to a place, but is it to the judge? I just didn't
So we're going to
understand.
take you to the jail.
Okay.
So they'll have to do the process with you. They'll fingerprint you. Have you ever
Okay.
been, I'm taking you haven't
I've
ever been arrested
never been
before.
arrested,
Okay.
no.
So they're going to go through. They're going to fingerprint you. They're going to take
Okay.
your picture. So just smile pretty for it if you want or whatever. Just they're going to take your picture. You'll go in. You'll get that process. Like I said, if you have a preset bond, then you'll get that issued to you. If not, you'll have to hang out there tonight until
Okay.
you go to first appearance in the morning. I will tell you that you will be in a cell by yourself. You're not going to go in like general population. You're not going to be around a whole bunch of
Okay.
hard criminals. You're going to be by yourself in a cell for the night. You can just chill out, and then in the morning you go see a judge.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
normally I don't answer all these, but you're being cool with us.
Yeah.
You're talking with
Yeah,
us.
I just want.
I'd rather talk to you and not have you freaking out and make an even
No,
dumber
I'm not.
decision and
That's-
do
I-
something where we got to
No.
use force and all that stuff. I'd rather just
Absolutely
talk
not.
with you and let's
No,
get
no.
through it. Okay?
Yeah. No, I want to cooperate. That doesn't make any sense.
Like I said, me either. That's why I'd rather just talk with you.
Yeah.
Like I said. So, just to recap it real quick for
Yes.
you, okay? So this happened it started over a year ago. Yeah, first you were just taking
Food.
First you were just taking food. And then from there it transitioned into
went to
doing
money.
the refund and the
Yeah.
cash and exchanging that stuff like that. Okay.
Should I ask for more? I don't know how this works.
But
to be honest.
again, I can't give you that advice. It's up
Okay.
to you.
I
Whatever
got it.
you want to do. Like I said, I mean, in cases like this, we have a lot of evidence and stuff like that. We just I ask you questions, and if you want to answer them, you can. I just want to hear your side of it. That's ultimately. I'll be honest with you. With everything they have, I don't even have to talk to you right now. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to give you that opportunity to
understand.
talk with me,
I-
because then again, we can document your side of it. And to be all honest with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't want to talk, and like I said, I don't have to.
It doesn't make any sense. I'd rather be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather be open with you guys.
What did you do? How did you get the food out of here?
I put it in like a bag, or I put it in my pocket.
Okay.
That's what I.
How about the money? What did you do with that?
I put that in a bag. Or
You
my
just
pocket.
put that in a bag in a pocket too.
That's
Okay.
the same thing.
I got you.
Thank
Well,
you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for talking
listening
with
to
us.
me.
Did y'all happen to feel like an affidavit or anything? Did y'all have? I don't know. Did y'all have one on file with us already? Okay. Can we get one of y'all to just? It doesn't have to be super detailed. One of y'all just to kind of give us a brief.
Sorry, just
Some you've got
I
enough
don't know the
evidence.
policies. So I know I've like read.
His is whoever's is fine. Either yours or his. Whoever wants
I'm
to do
okay
it.
if I
Yeah,
get
so-
If we do that, we
I'll
send
be
you the
honest
driver's
with you.
license. If you're doing it, we don't have to do it. We already have his. Yeah, we can just have him do it.
I've already got your ID, so.
If you just want to, it can just be whichever way. I don't care. Whoever
Well,
wants
she's going to be the one.
Okay.
She
That's
basically
fine.
did the case, put it.
Okay.
That's fine. Just get her, have her put her ID and stuff in there. You don't have to take it now.
So
You can get it now.
as a
But just
company, it's a zero tolerance policy.
Okay, that's yeah. I just wanted to know.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
unfortunately, due to those actions, we're not going to be able to continue.
That's fine. I just needed to know.
Yeah.
just a question about like
Can
that
you
process.
pull
Is it just done in general, or
Office
So
what?
number?
today's going to be your essentially.
And you can
whenever
do it over
leave
the over here or over
You'll be paid until.
the and then
I'm sorry. Do you mean like this?
do it over the radio and then just tell them to go
Okay,
with the
yeah,
last
that's what I was
the last
asking.
numbers of it, so you can just write it down and
So
give it to
whenever
them. Come
this
back in.
finishes up, is when they'll essentially
46 to
pay you for your last time here.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so like whenever I leave here.
Can you
Got it.
see
Okay.
the
I just
conference number and read the last one for me?
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you for
hey,
listening
that's-
to me.
Whatever it is.
So unfortunately, like with my job, this is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Right? Is having these tough conversations with
Mhm.
people, and this is, you know, the whole investigation thing is amazing, but for me, this is the toughest part, right?
Yeah.
Because
Because you're talking to people.
exactly, and you could be at that point in your life. Okay, well, you've never been in trouble before, right? So you
I,
can,
this is the first time I've ever
yeah.
done
So
anything
imagine
like this.
you're in the center here of life.
Yeah.
You can go one way or the other.
Mhm.
And so, in hopes for me, every time I have conversations with people, I hope it's an eye opener. Unfortunately, we have to go through this process
Yeah.
of things, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I hope it's a learning experience at the end of
100%.
like, I don't want to go down this path because you know, you're more than likely going to be taken into jail and you're going to see a different aspect of life,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
so, I'm hoping that's going to, you know, be an eye opener for you, and you know, do we? Sabrina, do we offer EAP for afterwards? So,
I can write that number down for you.
yeah, so it's employee assistance.
You get it for 30 days.
So,
Thank you.
30 days after today,
Mhm.
there's going to be services that you're going to be available to. I don't, Sabrina would know because she's,
So essentially they will offer you, if you want to have somebody to talk to,
Mhm.
it's basically free therapy. And it's,
Okay.
it's up to 6 sessions with a licensed therapist. It is not
Awesome.
through Winn-Dixie. It is something that Winn-Dixie pays for,
Okay.
but it doesn't. They don't call us up and go, "Hey,
Yeah,
Stephen called in." It's completely separate
Anonymous.
from us.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a great resource. I have personally used it, and when I was a store manager, I recommended it to my employees all the time.
Okay.
It's a really, really great
I
great
probably
resource.
would. Yeah. I definitely need that because I don't have anyone to talk to.
I would definitely take full advantage of that,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this is, you know, this is something you can learn from.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we're actually going to do a little change up.
Oh.
So you're not going to wind up going to jail today because I was talking with my supervisor, and what we're looking at is not just grand theft or not the shoplifting and grand theft. We're looking at possible more serious fraud charges.
Oh.
So, but we're going to have to. I'm going to give the state attorney to make sure we're getting those due to the amount of time that's gone by.
Okay.
We have different charges that we're going to wind up going with.
Okay.
But it's so we're gonna. What was the amount for the shoplifting for the actual merchandise?
It was right at 2,000. Right around.
So it's $30 a week,
Yeah.
1506.
You will have the felony grand theft charges.
Okay.
So we're gonna send that up to the state attorney's office.
Okay.
But the cash money we're going to have to look at because we're looking at scheme to defraud charges. Meaning, but that's meaning you were trying to defraud people of their funds and the store of their funds and stuff like
Okay,
that.
okay.
So not people, but the store of the
Got it,
funds.
got it.
So that we're going to go that route because that's going to wind up being bigger, more charges. Okay, it's still not the end of the world, but due to the circumstances of it,
Okay.
we're going to go that route with it. Does that make sense for y'all?
Yeah.
We're still setting up charges. You're not going to jail today, but you will be. There will be charges and stuff going forward. So with that being said, what will happen is we're going to forward the charges to the state attorney's office. They're going to review the case, and they will probably be in contact with you.
Okay.
So if you get calls from an unknown number, like a 904 number or whatever, and they leave you a voicemail at the state attorney's office, you better be reaching back out to them and stuff.
Okay.
Now that may allow you to whatever attorney or whatnot, but if you don't speak to somebody, they're more likely going to issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay. So when they call me, I need to respond to
Yes, is what I'm saying.
There's
Yes.
no warrant for arrest.
No communication is never a good thing because
Okay,
we
okay.
will just automatically, the state will automatically assume that cool. We're just going to issue warrants on all this. And
Okay,
boom.
okay.
But we're going to go due to the nature of the since it was delayed back on that, we're not going to do the physical arrest on that today. We're going to send up charges on all of it. But
Okay,
we're
so
looking
it's
at
a delayed thing that happens when they call me and then I go to court then.
yes. So essentially, they will
okay.
discuss all that after all that once they get all that
Okay.
started. But that's what's going to wind up happening. I'm assuming you guys are wanting to trespass him from here.
I already discussed.
Okay, perfect. I'm trying to get caught up playing three
Yeah.
ring around the rosy over here, so I apologize on that one. So, and you've discussed that with him, what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, she told me.
You have a way to get a ride then, correct?
Yeah.
Over the phone, you can call
Yeah.
somebody to come get you once we walk out,
Yeah.
and we'll escort you out of the building and
Okay.
everything, and then we'll just go have a conversation with them. But I'll go into a little bit more detail with you guys on that. But so you're not going to wind up going to jail today, but you are going to have multiple charges filed
Okay.
up against you for all of this. Okay.
Okay.
Again, it's not the end of the world. Nothing you said made any of that different. That's us just
I understand.
making sure that we charge appropriately and making sure we're covering everything.
Okay.
But if you get a call from the state attorney's office or whatever that process is, make sure you call them back or whatever. Most people don't answer unknown numbers, but if they
Okay.
leave you voicemail, which they more than likely will, make sure you speak with them.
Okay.
Because that's going to be the difference in how that plays out. Whether they
Okay.
just start issuing warrants and whatever else. And
Right. So we still. Okay, I got you.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand what
Okay.
you're saying.
Awesome. I'm going to escort him out then,
Oh,
and then
he's
I'll
fine.
be.
Okay.
If y'all are done with it, y'all need anything else from him? Okay, and then I will come back in real quick and have a just talk about that real quick. So.
Okay.
Hey Sabrina, that
Although he may have evaded a journey to jail that day, the law ultimately caught up with him. He was sentenced to 2 years of probation. Leave your thoughts below. For more high-profile fraud coverage, subscribe to Fraud Criminals. The next case is coming soon. Keep an eye out.